A simple act of kindness, carrying the Mafia boss's sick son, reveals a remarkable combination of bravery and empathy, instantly setting her apart in a world ruled by fear, power, and ruthless authority. In a society where strength is often measured by intimidation and control, her fearless willingness to help a vulnerable child shows that true courage is not just physical, but moral. She risks not only her safety but also her reputation, stepping into the home of a powerful and unpredictable figure without hesitation, guided solely by compassion. This act exposes a rare human side of her character, one that refuses to be intimidated by status, wealth, or danger. The Mafia boss, who is accustomed to unwavering loyalty and fear-driven respect, is confronted with a situation he cannot command or manipulate. His initial shock and curiosity at her selflessness quickly turn into admiration, as he begins to recognize that genuine kindness carries a power all its own, one that commands respect in ways fear never could. Her empathy becomes a bridge between two worlds, the ordinary life she comes from and the dangerous, high-stakes environment of the Mafia. In this moment, her destiny starts to shift. What began as a simple, compassionate gesture transforms into a turning point that could alter her future, offering unexpected opportunities, trust, and a unique place within a world she never thought she would enter. This single courageous act proves that sometimes the smallest decisions, rooted in care and humanity, can create ripples that change lives, forge alliances, and redefine destinies in ways far beyond imagination. The Mafia boss, a man used to absolute control, obedience, and intimidation, is confronted with an unexpected situation that shakes the very foundation of his authority. He is accustomed to commanding respect through fear, expecting loyalty to be given without question, and never imagining that someone could challenge the rigid dynamics of his world, not through defiance, but through sheer compassion. Yet when he sees the young woman carry his sick son in her arms, his carefully maintained composure falters. In that moment, he experiences a rare and unfamiliar vulnerability. The raw sincerity of her action, helping without hesitation or expectation of reward, strikes a chord within him. Gratitude, a feeling he rarely allows himself to acknowledge, begins to surface. It is a subtle yet powerful realization. Her courage and empathy are strengths he cannot command or manipulate, and they force him to reconsider the rigid notions of power he has long relied upon. This fleeting vulnerability opens a door to a profound shift in perception. He begins to see her not as a mere outsider or subordinate, but as a person of integrity, compassion, and quiet strength, qualities that the world around him often lacks. Her selfless act challenges his assumptions about loyalty, influence, and respect, demonstrating that true power is not always about control or intimidation. Sometimes it resides in kindness, courage, and moral fortitude. As a result, his view of those around him begins to change as well. He notices who acts from fear and who acts from genuine care, creating a new lens through which he interprets relationships, alliances, and even his own position of authority. What seemed like a single act of kindness slowly becomes a transformative moment, redefining the dynamics of his world and planting the seeds for a deeper respect and connection that could forever alter both their destinies. This single selfless action, carrying the Mafia boss's sick son, becomes a pivotal turning point, reshaping her life and setting her on a path she could never have anticipated. In a world dominated by power, fear, and rigid hierarchies, moments of genuine kindness are rare, and those who act without self-interest are often overlooked or underestimated. Yet her courage and empathy do not go unnoticed. By prioritizing compassion over caution, she earns something far more valuable than fleeting approval: trust. The trust she gains is profound because it is rooted in sincerity and action rather than words or flattery. The Mafia boss, a man who commands fear from most people, begins to see her as someone dependable, morally strong, and capable of navigating challenges with both heart and intelligence. This newfound trust opens doors that were previously unimaginable, granting her access to a world of influence, respect, and opportunity that might have seemed entirely out of reach. Moreover, her act earns respect, not through intimidation, wealth, or status, but through the strength of character she displays in a moment of crisis. Respect from a figure as powerful and feared as the Mafia boss carries weight that can change lives, creating alliances and opportunities that no ordinary effort could achieve. Her destiny, once ordinary or uncertain, now begins to shift dramatically. The world she thought she belonged to feels smaller compared to the possibilities unfolding before her, and her courage becomes a defining trait that shapes how others perceive and value her. Ultimately, this single compassionate act proves that life-altering moments often stem from selflessness. By choosing empathy over fear, she not only impacts the Mafia boss's perception, but also alters her own trajectory, transforming what could have been an ordinary existence into a journey filled with trust, respect, and unprecedented opportunities.